So let's go over the system demo of both of the platforms. You may have already seen this one before. So this is the OrdersIn local restaurant search site. Again, we call it the restaurant search site, but it really is a search site for any business. It's not just limited to restaurants, but licensees. Again, they've added services businesses. They've added different uh, supply stores, things like that. So as you can see, you have all your contact information on there. If businesses want to sign up with you, they can easily get a hold of you as well. They can log in. Again, businesses have their own login and password. You can assign them their own login and password. So you really don't have to do any management or anything like that. They get their own account and they can manage anything from pictures and all that stuff they can do as well. And if you want, you could feature businesses, charge them extra and feature them in these areas. So let's go ahead and let's put in the zip code there. So a user puts in a zip code, they'll see the Google Maps of where everything is located, categories, as well as the services. If they want to filter different categories, you can also specify this in your admin panel, set this up any way you want. It's very intuitive. If they're only looking for delivery or takeout, pick up in store, they can select that as well. And of course, let's go into the menu. This one is got a little bit more here. So City Central Bar and Grill, as you can see, everything is separated. Appetizers, you can set your own categories as well. And setting up a menu is very, very intuitive. You can move things around. Business logo, the address, a little bit of description about the business, about them. Yelp reviews as well, integrated into there. Whether they have takeout in store, they can select that from their merchant panel, and of course the map for how to get there or where exactly it is in proximity to where you are at. And the great thing is that businesses can set delivery zones as well. So if they don't deliver outside a certain zip codes or a certain zone, they can specify that in their merchant panel, or you can specify that for them. So just to give you another idea, here's another one. madtownorders.com. Again, a little bit different design. Just put in a zip code to see. And all of the restaurants will pop up from the proximity to where you're at. And then of course, let's make an order here. As you can see, quantity, any special instructions, you can add that kind of stuff. And even if there's wings and things like that, you can specify mild, medium, all those different things. So anyways, you'll see the quantity item updated right here with the instructions. And then the customer has the option to choose delivery, whether they'll pick it up. That's a convenience fee that's set. This one is set way too high. But if a business wants to set a convenience fee, they can set a delivery fee also in there. This is just a demo. So anyways, they can specify if they want to pick it up or if they want delivery. And then of course, they can pick it up, place the order, specify by credit card, put in their credit card information. And then after that, the restaurant receives it, and I'll show you that as well, how that works. Okay, so just to reiterate, wanted to mention that OpenTable is also integrated as well, so they can make reservations. Folks can make reservations to the particular restaurant if they wanted to do that. So as you can see, really robust, great site. Very highly customizable to however you'd like to shape your business model. So with that, we'll go ahead and let's show you OrdersIn web apps, just to show you the difference, to make sure that, some people like the idea of having a search site with all these businesses as well. And then a lot of licensees also like having the OrdersIn web apps also. So let's just go to the demo. This is the OrdersIn.com website. We'll go into the demo of OrdersIn web apps. So, the great thing about the OrdersIn web apps is that, everything is pretty much formatted to look exactly like an app, but it is a web app, so it is connected to a domain. You don't have to worry about downloading or anything like that as far as the customer is concerned. There is an option for the customer to download a bookmark icon directly to their device, to their iPhone home screen. So that's something they can do if they want to bring up a particular restaurant site. So as you can see, this is for pizzas. They can specify, what kind of pizza they want here. Let's view details. And then obviously additional toppings, all that stuff can be specified as well in here. Enter the quantity, add item, and pretty much they're ready to check out after that. They can specify if they're going to pick it up in store, or if they want delivery. And again, they can the merchants can add a delivery fee if they'd like, and they usually do. So let's look at, of course, the desktop, much larger, similar setup, and then obviously the tablet as well, formatted for a tablet. So just want to reiterate again, if someone visits a restaurant from their website, they're going to see this. They're going to see pretty much a smartphone web app connection going on there, perfectly formatted for the screen, but that's directly from the restaurant's website, their domain. So Facebook ordering, this is a really neat one that a lot of restaurants and retailers really love having something like this. Here's one for Joe's Pizza that we set up. You'll see an online ordering button there. There's also an online ordering link is here as well. Let's click on that button. That'll pop up the menu. And as you saw, that is the menu for Joe's Pizza. So the great thing is once you update the menu once, it's updated across all the devices. You don't have to worry about managing multiple things. And this goes for the merchant as well. There's just one place they can update stuff, and it gets updated on all these different platforms. And as you can see, we're still on the Facebook site, and the menu is directly built in there as well. Okay, so let's do some checking into the admin panel of these platforms. And I want to mention that we'll go through the OrdersIn admin panel, but essentially they're very similar to each other. All the functionality is exactly the same, how you can change things and stuff like that for OrdersIn and Order Apps. OrdersIn Local Search and OrdersIn Web Apps admin panel. So we've got video tutorials throughout it, so very intuitive. I just want to first mention there's a help here, so you can submit any help desk items you want through our help admin panel. That gets assigned to our support team, even our development team as well. So you'll always get a straightforward answer going through that route. But again, we do have video tutorials there. We do one-on-one walkthroughs, technical walkthroughs, and also we'll do one-on-one sales training and best practices as well. So all your businesses will be listed here, as you can see. You can add menus, add businesses from here. If they have Foursquare, that would be great. The menu is directly imported from Foursquare if they're on there. And so menus don't need to be entered in that case. You can just search for business there, the postal code, or you can add the business manually here, all their information, address, set their password from here as well. And then, setup fee, monthly fee, transaction fee, all that kind of stuff you can set up here and also in the invoicing area. So your online ordering website, your logo, anything you need to update as far as your website's concerned, it's all very simple. All the fields are here. You don't have to have any programming knowledge. We really created this for folks with a little bit of marketing experience or some sales experience. It's not really meant for developers per se. So it's very intuitive, very easy to use. Changing colors and all that stuff can be done from here. Contact information, they can integrate their Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Google Plus stuff. SEO stuff as well. The great thing about these local sites are that if you put down, for example, New York orders or say Madison orders, it's usually the first thing that really does pop up in Google once Google starts picking up. And this is a great place to put those keywords as well for SEO. Google Analytics code, if you want to put that in there as well, you can track how many users are coming in, coming out. Just need to set up a Google Analytics account, which is free. Categories, if there's different categories that you have for your businesses, you can obviously set those here and they show up in your search site. And then you have the option to add custom pages as well. We have a full HTML editor in here. If you're familiar with HTML or you have a developer or web designer, they can use that as well to add external pages or even links inside the website. So you're not really just bound to what the template has. So restaurants can receive orders a variety of different ways. We do have a lot of merchants that request some of the more old school ways, such as fax. Fax credits are basically, if they want, that's another service you can charge them for. You can simply buy credits from your admin panel here, and then you can distribute those credits evenly through the different merchants here for those merchants that are paying for fax. And faxes run about 10 or 20 cents a fax. They can also have SMS notifications, which they can get credits for. And then same way as fax, you can buy credits, and then obviously I think it's 2 cents an SMS message. So whenever an order comes in, they'll get an SMS as well if they want that option. And then we have a call, a notification or a call system that's integrated as well. So if they want to do phone call notifications every time an order comes, they can never really miss an order since they're used to picking up that phone. They can pay for that as well. But of course, there's free options they can receive via the orders dashboard, which I'll show you in the merchant panel. And so we have most of our licensees have an iPad set up or a laptop set up for their clients, or their customers already have an iPad or a laptop, and all they do is bring up the orders dashboard. And every time an order comes in, there'll be a loud beeping sound, and they can choose to accept that order or clear it. And then also they can get orders emailed as well. We have a lot of licensees that use the HP ePrint printer, which you can pick up at any Staples or Office Depot or Office Max. And then orders, basically the email already comes with a pre-assigned email address from HP. And then every time an email goes for that particular business, goes directly to the printer, it's printed out. So that's another free option as well. So you're not bound to having license or customers pay for these different credits. These are just optional things you can charge them for, and of course you can charge them for whatever you want. So another great avenue for revenue stream to offer those options. So invoicing, how do you get paid? So we're partnered with Stripe and PayPal credit card processing. Of course, for payment integration for you, the licensee, you can use either Stripe or PayPal, and that links directly to your checking account. So whenever you have an invoice that gets sent out, and I'll show you that in just a second, every time those invoices are paid, it's automatically and electronically automated. That money goes directly to your checking account. I want to reiterate that we don't handle any financial processing or activity. Either Stripe or PayPal does that depending on which selection you choose. They do all the credit card processing, and those are multi-billion-dollar companies with state-of-the-art encryption, so we let them do the heavy lifting when it comes to that. So let's do an invoice. As you can see, all your businesses will be listed. Let's invoice Buck and Honey's, and we'll cast the net fairly wide. And you can do it month to month. It's completely up to you. Set your monthly fee here, whatever you want it to be, or a transaction percentage as well. Let's just do 0.06 on the transaction, and let's just say that they're new, so we charge them a $99 setup fee. Create an invoice. The invoice actually will go down here. And then once you're ready with that, you can just go ahead and send, and an automated template comes up. What you don't see here, there's actually a Pay Now link that gets sent to them. The Pay Now link, of course, is attached to Stripe. And once they put in all their credit card information, and of course they see the description for what they're paying for, and then the number or if it's a month or the 2-week period, they'll just go ahead and click pay now. They go to Stripe, put in their credit card information, and that payment gets processed and direct deposited to your account. Very simple process, very automated process. Again, we have a lot of licensees. You're dealing with more local businesses. They may not want to use an automated system, to put their credit card information in or anything like that. You can mail them checks. We have a lot of licensees that mail invoices as well and get checks mailed back to them. It's completely up to you. It's definitely for your convenience, though, to use the invoicing system. But the great thing about the invoicing system, let me just go back to it. You can actually see what was processed when, who made what orders. As you can see here, the different takeouts, in store, how much it was on what time. So there's really no discrepancy on that. When you're talking to a business, or if there's any issue with anything, you'll know exactly who made the order when. You have the time, you'll have all the information, even what they ordered. So it's a very transparent process. So in the resources area, you've got your marketing material, everything from business cards, merchant flyers. We've got a sample contract in there as well. Some online ordering facts you can mail merchants as you're doing your, if you want to do a phone call strategy, or email strategy, or in-person strategy. These are all great ways to get started. You got a QVC code also that you can use for various businesses, and you'll see that in the merchant panel in just a second. Different graphics, licensee how-to panels, very important. The sales training videos will show you, the best practices that the licensees are using. So a lot of good information. Highly recommend that you do view that. And then you'll find all our news and things like that. Every time we have updates or whatever is going on, if we're having a webinar for sales training best practices, you'll see it in your news. You also get an email for that as well, and account information that you can update here. So let's go into the merchant panel. So that was, of course, your admin panel where all the magic happens. And let's go, and you will always have access to your merchants, this merchant panel. So you never have to worry if they change their password or their login. You'll always be able to access it through your admin panel. So as you can see here, very simple. We got some icons for managing the menu. Very simple to add item, edit, delete, reorder the item alphabetically if you want to do that as well. You can change things around very easily as well, including inside the menu. So very intuitive. All the changes happen in real time. You can set things to inactive as well through the edit menu. So if a menu item is not available for the time being, they can easily set it to inactive. Want to show you also the orders dashboard. So here we have an order that was made recently, and then this is exactly what they'll see. They'll be able to clear orders, and that's pretty much a great way to put on their iPad or laptop as well, and just have the orders rolling in, and their back office or their kitchen will be able to use that. Okay, and configuration, again, they get their own code. They can change their logo as well. They can add pictures to their menu. Setting currency, for our international folks, we can pretty much accommodate any currency, languages as well. And you'll see here the address, and then this is where they can set their takeout, delivery, in-store, if there's sales taxes, delivery fees, convenience fees. There goes, let's change that. That's way too high for a convenience fee. And delivery restrictions within radius of what, set your zip codes or within postal codes, so they can set delivery zones as well. Now, that's a really high convenience fee. Let's update that, and then delivery hours, takeout hours, in hours, they can all be updated from here. And of course, confirmation email messages, if they want to update that they're going to take 20 minutes to 30 minutes for each order, they can update that here. Any kind of confirmation email, automated email they want to set, they can easily save that from here. And that's what in addition to the order that was processed, their order number and all that jazz, they'll even be able to update the confirmation message from here as well. And they can update their delivery notifications, their takeout, in-store notifications, all that from here. If they wanted to do fax, put in their fax numbers, their SMS number here, call orders here if they want to use those options. But other than that, they can easily have the email here. It can be emailed to a printer or just emailed to a computer they have up. Or, they use the order dashboard and save paper as well, which is a great option to go green. Reservations. So again, we're using Open Table. They can easily use Open Table. They have Open Table displayed as we saw. From here, they can even use their custom reservation form if they don't want to use Open Table. Add different fields for dates, different checkbox lists. So really a good way to customize reservations. They can do that as well if they want to use another service. So we definitely got some options for that. The deal or promotional code, that's where they'll set it. So if they have any promotional codes or deal, they can take, flat or percentage off of whatever the order is. They can have an order minimum. Obviously, they don't want to do, take 50% off of, something that's like $1 or $2. Then they can set a minimum for that, and as well as a start and end dates for that. So payment integration on their side, also they can integrate using either Stripe or PayPal for their credit card processing and also for their direct depositing, and that's where they can do it. It's a very simple process. They just they can click on this link if they don't already have a Stripe or a PayPal. And again, goes to the Stripe website, not our website. They can put in all their information here, their direct deposit account number and all that different stuff. And once that happens, then they'll see a message right on their panel right here that says Stripe is connected. So it's a very simple process. A lot of merchants don't want to use credit cards. They don't have to. They can just enable cash, and they can disable and not even set up credit card processing. So that's a great way to get cash on delivery or cash when they pick up the store. So they're not just they don't have to use only credit card processing. They can do either or, of course. So again, reporting, they can set up some reporting here, anything from different dates for orders that were made. They can even export everything to Excel to look at it, to do anything to their heart's content as far as statistics are concerned, what's being ordered, everything from the amount, who ordered what, how many times they ordered. Really great way to export the information of their customers. So really a robust reporting tool is already built in. And this is their account information. They can update their account, change their password from here as well. And they can cancel their account if they'd like to do that as well. Okay, so I think that's a really good overview of the backend admin panel. Again, OrderIn apps is very similar. The OrdersIn web apps is very similar to the OrdersIn local search admin panel, so I won't really get into that. All the functionality is virtually the same. So let's go back to our presentation here.